welcome to Mystery Us. I'm Tony Pratt, your host for Mystery Us. And on today's episode of Mystery Us, we have a very intriguing, fascinating guest. If you've been involved with or attended any local theater productions, then you probably have witnessed some of the work of our guest today, Melanie Roady. She is the founder of her own theater company, MelO'Drama Theater. Welcome to Mystery Us, Melanie.
Thank you, Tony.
Now, Melanie, everybody calls you Mel for short, right? And that's the Mel in MelO'Drama Theater, which you created because you have a passion for theater and you love actors,
Yes.
strangely enough,
Yes.
and the art of theater. Now, when did you get started in the whole theater thing?
Well, many years ago, I started off volunteering at pool-type players in Franklin, Tennessee when my children were young, White House players later on. I found that what my passion is I like to find the people that love to attend the show, love to act for the show, and I'm the one that puts it all together, pulls the advertising and things of that nature together. So I started off by having an actual location in the town square, Springfield, Tennessee, about 5 years ago.
Cool. Now, you don't consider MelO'Drama Theater to be community theater, although Pool-Type Players is excellent theater, and that was a good training ground for you, because you take your shows to a lot of different communities around Middle Tennessee.
Yes.
And in fact, I was at one of your recent productions, the First Baptist Church of Ivy Gap.
Yeah.
That is really a fun show, and it was the one that I saw was actually at a First Baptist church, which even made it more fun, because you saw the reaction of actual First Baptists to a show about First Baptist, which luckily enough they liked it. And now, do you consider it professional theater, or is it? I mean, because it's definitely on a professional level.
It is, and a lot of the actors that I am able to utilize are professionals or soon become professionals.
Right.
Raymond Witt is an actor that has been with me for many, many years. You will see him on television. J.J. Anderson was in the Altos back in the spring. You will see her on the television show Nashville, just coming up here real soon, and it's a reoccurring role. I've had several actresses that end up there in Paris or in California. I have the ability to pick and choose some very high quality actors. And so you never know who you're going to be watching when you come to one of MelO'Drama productions.
Right. Now, how did you decide to do the First Baptist Church of Ivy Gap? Because, I mean, that's not a lot of people doing theater in churches around and things like that.
That was actually done originally at my location at MelO'Drama in Springfield. And the woman, Connie Smith, who was the director, wanted to do it again. It was one of the most successful shows of MelO'Drama, and she wanted to do it, so it was like, okay, let's do it. She pulled it all together as far as getting the actors, taking care of the rehearsals, the auditions. I have a technical director that does the props. Then my thing is to go to the different locations. With this one being a full-scale production, I had been talking with the First Baptist Church in Clarksville for over a year about bringing something to their location. So it all fell into place. I was able to take it to in White House, Cross Plains, just a variety of locations that it was ideal for that show.
Right, and you even had it in an assisted living facility
I sure did.
here in Nashville.
I did,
a
at
good
Park
location
Manor.
for that Park Manor.
They loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it. It was wonderful. It's wonderful to watch the audiences.
Absolutely.
You know, to watch them, you know, it click. And every location has a different audience, and so they take something different out of the different play productions. So that's part of my joy.
Right, and you don't just do one particular kind of genre. You've got a lot of different venues that you do at. I mean, some of them serve alcoholic beverages, some don't. I mean, obviously the churches do not. And some of them is BYOB or whatever, so you cater to a lot of different crowds. How does the different kind of venue, and that's just one factor, but how does the different types of locations affect the production?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Actually, you get the exact same production, that one show, in every location. It's the audience's ability to pick and choose what they want. If they don't want to be around alcohol, no problem. it's on the website. This location doesn't have alcohol. If they want a full-scale, higher end with the complete bar and champagne, we have that to offer at another location. BYOB, there's that. So they can actually, the audience can pick and choose what they want as far as the atmosphere, the price structure, and the location, alcohol or not.
Right. Some of your past shows include Dracula's Masquerade, Driving Miss Daisy,
Yes.
Pretty Fire, and A Grand Old Murder. Can you tell us something about each of those shows?
Well, I'll tell you what, Pretty Fire actually starred Sean Witzel and Mary McCallum, and that is a production that they would take to the Dark Horse.
Okay.
That is probably one of my favorite shows. That is one show that if anyone ever has the opportunity to see Pretty Fire, be it at the Dark Horse or wherever, go.
Right.
It is for all age groups, all races, all religions, and it touches on life. It is a beautiful production of the spoken word. There is no set on that
Right.
particular show. Let's see. Driving Miss Daisy. Everyone loves Driving Miss Daisy. I
Right.
was able to utilize Francine Burke, who is one of my favorite actresses. And Sean Witzel was in that one also, and Raymond Witt. I was able to take that to a variety of locations. That was a full stage production. What were the other ones that you talked about, Tony?
Was Grand Old Murder, which is actually a murder mystery thing, which you also do, which is a little bit different than a normal production.
That one was actually, I subcontracted another cast, which is Nash Trash. And now I was able to have them come in and do a play production for me. That one was written by Glenn Weiss, and I liked his work well enough that I have his next show, which will be a murder mystery dinner show, written by him, and it's An Affair to Forget. And that will be in February for Valentine's.
Right, and we'll get the poster design up there for everybody to see, and and maybe some photographs from some of these other shows so that people
Wonderful.
can check it out as we're talking here. Now, in your spare time, you also do bookings for musicians
I do.
And different acts like that, including Peter James and the Synchronics. Is that right? No, Synchromatics.
Synchromatics, there you
I'm
go.
sorry about that. And they're going to perform at a New Year's Eve event in Springfield. Tell us about that.
That will be at the Carousel House, which is an 1890s historic home that has completely been reinvented. It's a painted lady. It's all the different colors, and inside every ceiling, floor, wall has been taken back to the original gorgeous structure. We will, I'm merging with Cynthia Burkeen for that one night, and I am providing the entertainment, so it will be dancing. This is where the ladies get to wear the long dresses, the ball gowns, the sequins. Gentlemen can wear their tuxedos or not. It's okay. It will be dining, and that's a BYOB.
And that's a very romantic kind of setting for a show. Yeah,
it is. It is. It's candlelight and ambiance. It's the perfect way to bring in the new year.
Yeah. Now about these murder mysteries, are the audience like kind of in the space where the actors are as well? In other words, they're part of they're trying to figure out who shot John, right?
Yeah, they are, and they try to figure it out. That in some of them, the shows, there's actual singing and dancing by the actors. The actors interact with the audience members. Some of them, the dinner is part of it, where the characters of the play actually eat dinner. Then at the end, there's prizes awarded for who solves the mystery.
Cool. Now, you're casting for a murder, An Affair to Forget right now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. How does the casting process work? Is it any different than just regular theater audition, or?
When it comes to the murder mystery dinner shows, there is no fourth wall. So someone has to be able to remain in character, be in amongst audience members, and not change, not slip their real name or their real profession outside of acting or whatever character that they are. I hire a director, which Kate Adams Johnson is the director for this production. Very experienced young woman. She will do the actual casting, hold the auditions, and then she will be taking care of all the rehearsals also. But anyone that's interested, and I'm serious, go to the email or send me an email message, and I will get that to
what is
Kate.
your email? Why don't you tell them? It'll be on the screen, but just go ahead and tell them anyway.
MelO'Drama Theater, and theaters with an ER at gmail.com or melodramatheater.org.
Yeah, now what's the difference between theater with an ER and theater with an RE? Is there?
Well, it's an American thing.
It's just they just thought they'd get fancy with the spelling.
Yes.
Like they do on names.
I like the American way. Now it gets into a deep discussion, and we're not going to do that here.
Okay. Now, the actors really have to be pretty good to do, to do the murder mysteries, especially because, like you say, the fourth wall, in other words, there's no stage separating you from the audience. And I love shows like that where you just break down the barriers and the audience is participating in the process, even in just regular theater. And also minimalist, the sets.
Yes.
Like on the First Baptist Church of Ivy Gap, it wasn't so much of a set, but you didn't really notice because the actors were so good that it creates the whole illusion, and that's what it's about anyway.
And when it's the murder mystery, there is no set. It is simply the actors in costume, the way that they transform themselves, their voices, the way they hold themselves. It's completely, becoming that character. And there is no fourth wall, means no backstage, means there is no set.
So whatever the environment is, that's where they.
That's what they work with.
Do you go and rehearse in those environments, or you just plan for it? You can rehearse anywhere.
Right.
You rehearse wherever, and
yes.
then, but you have to block it with the.
You have to know your partner.
Where it's going to be.
Yes, you have to know your partner, where the next actor beside each side of you is. You have to know your script, frontwards, backwards, and inside out, but at the same time, it's not line for line. You have to be able to adjust and adapt. You really have to think on your feet.
Yeah. Now, you're also casting for your whole next season of shows, right?
Yeah.
When are you going to be doing that?
It's just as we go.
So it'll be on your website, and what's your website?
MelO'Dramatheater.org.
.org, and that's just MELODRAMA, theater.
THEATER.
.org. Okay, very good. Now, so what do actors need to do to prepare, or
it's on the website?
To make this, all the information there.
Yeah, because each director would be completely different, and when it comes to the shows, it's up to the director. And I need directors also. So get in on the mix. One of the things that I also do for the local actors is, when other acting companies are looking for people, I send that information out to all of my actors. I share freely.
Now, in the murder mysteries, do people actually get murdered in the process sometimes, or are they
not
just
for real?
Usually
No.
solving. Darn it!
No, they don't
It's
get
not
murdered
reality
for real.
TV there.
No, it's not. It is pretend. It's called acting, Tony.
Right. But I mean, in the show though, sometimes people.
It's one of the
get
actors.
taken out.
Yeah, it's one of the actors, not an audience member.
Right. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, as it were.
Oh, really?